We've been doing good. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're live. We're good. Frames are holding steady. I love it. Alrighty. Oh, wait. Let's get loaded up here. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Alright, good evening. It's been a long time here. Very long time. 7 months exactly since the last time we were live. That is a very long time. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the BNR Racing Network once again after the 7 month off that we have here. Alongside of me is all Will. Welcome back there, Mr. Will. As you see here, the trucks are heading to Canadian Tire. So, a lot of left, a lot of right turns. It is a wild card round here, so let me see, give some change some of these camera views here. That's a little bit too much, you think, right? There we go. There we go. Now we can see. A lot of lefts, a lot of right turns in the wonderful Canada, as we believe here, Phillips' hometown track. A little bit close enough to it, I would assume. Yes, there you go. Well, you know your knowledge around the Canadian Tire. Why don't you go ahead and give the fellow people some knowledge here about Canadian Tire. Yes. Give me 1 second. Try it now. Hold on, give me 1 second. I don't think I got you yet. My bad. Boom. My apologies. Alright, try now.
All right, can you hear
There
me?
we go. You're good.
All right, awesome. You got to get those cobwebs and dust off of everything, I guess you could say. But a track that was built in the 1960s, I believe 1960 to be exact, was the first race. I got some feedback, Brian.
Do you? You got some feedback, as in like static feedback, or just double feedback?
I think it was just static.
Okay, so that's probably, I don't know if that's your mic. I don't know.
I
Let's
think it
find
was
out.
just on my end.
Yeah, it could be.
It's still there on the stream.
Yeah, I hear it a little bit. I don't know if it's maybe a wire situation. And I'm just getting told no video. What do you mean? No video. Maybe on
I see
Twitch?
video.
Yeah. So do I. I got video too. Oh,
But yes,
not on Twitch. YouTube, yes. Twitch, no.
I'm on Twitch. I'm seeing it right now on Twitch.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's got to refresh then. Gotta watch now. They're saying no video. That's weird. But if you're getting video, then that means I guess we should be good then.
Yeah, I see it perfectly clear.
Okay. I don't know.
Just wish I could resolve the static. Basically, almost every form of motorsport has raced at this track, Brian, from Formula One to NASCAR sports cars. I believe at one time they also had super bikes.
Yes, I do believe. Oh, that's Joe. Joe said it. Wild Joe. I mean, I can try closing her down and opening her back up, but if, well, you're saying you got yourself feedback on Twitch, then I don't see, the issue then. We'll leave that up for you, so that gives you something to, look at there. But according to Joe, we have no video on the old Twitch. It was working earlier, that is for sure. But if you got it, I'm not touching nothing. We're gonna let it roll. That is for sure. So I see here the wonderful Mo Sport. So that is that.
YouTube is fine on my phone.
So YouTube is good. It's just a lot of people saying Twitch.
Might have to refresh it for them, I guess. I don't know.
Only way to do that is by me shutting down and turn it back on.
No, I mean like they might have to refresh.
Oh yeah, they might have to. Yeah.
I'm gonna kill the power to my controller, see if I could get rid of that feedback.
You're good, you're good. I see here 2 minutes of qualifying is left for these folks. I'm not too sure if anyone else is going out there. Aha. You see here Matt Hunsaker going around the track here, as they did a little funny and called him Matthew Verstappen in this league. And same thing with Josh Smalls. They call him Mr. Latifi, so that's always pleasant. And always got these little jokes here going around, and that's how this group rolls, that is for sure. But all next season, we'll be back in the booth for the truck, and then whatever series we decide to host on Thursdays. Might be Xfinity, might be a little Gen 4. Not too sure yet. But we will be in the booth for the Gen 4 series. That is true. We will be in there for the Gen 4. Well, I'll be bringing that little action too, and stuff like that. So, got to try to keep it interesting.
Yes, Brian, I believe that Gen 4 series will be one to keep an eye on and be ever so watching. You would not want to watch 900 horsepower stock cars go and fight amongst themselves, you know?
Yes.
I think I got rid of my static.
I do believe so. That's a good thing.
Took a can of air to that mic port, and yeah.
That does work too, as you see here. Exactly 50 seconds, Will. Obviously, Dave Barry is the fastest. I like that because it gives us that little, how I look at it, as an F1 fast lap ticker that goes across the top there, which you might see every now and then floating around there. You'll see that go by, and the wonderful joy of that. Please give us a follow, like, and share on YouTube, Twitch, whatever it is. Help us out. You'll be seeing a lot more on Tuesdays again and Thursdays. Or then I am behind the wheel on Saturdays. That is
I reloaded Twitch, Brian, and it is down on Twitch.
Is it? Alright,
Yeah, it
let's go
says,
with
oh,
it.
bummer, an error occurred.
Alright, 1 second. I'm gonna go like that. Alright, offline, and I popped it back. Alright, I'll go over the starting grid here. Alright, where's my starting grid here? Right here. Is it gonna show it? Maybe not. Oh, come on. Must not like us today. But, as we see here,
Yeah, it's not up on Twitch.
it's still not.
No.
Okay, okay. So, as you see, Dave Barry was going to be first. Why won't it show?
YouTube's fine. YouTube's up.
Alright, yeah, I'll have to fix that. Oh, it's not liking me here, so. Oh. Haha! There it is. So P1 will be Dave Barry. P2 will be Matthew Hunsaker. It's not Verstappen. That's just, like I said, a little inside joke that they have there. Then P3 will be Jaden Sanchez. P4 will be Richard Johns. P5 will be Josh Small. That is his real name. It's not Josh Latifi. They like to bust his chops every now and then. And then Joe Stipe did not qualify. And then P7 will be Brian Schwartz. P8 will be the Canadian himself, Philip Bridgman. And P9 will be Kyle Gooden. Alright. Oh, we got. I'm going to do that one or the side one here. I think I like the side one here. There you go. Yes, I like the side one better. I see here 17 laps. We are going to pop this up here. There you go.
17 laps at a predominantly clockwise circuit. Means right-handers predominantly. Barry there with a good time for qualifying. I believe only 4 trucks qualified. Or was it 5? 5, I believe, all the way down to Balls there. Code name is apparently Latifi. That is very comical. But yes, 9 trucks here. Pretty decent gap to throughout the 9 trucks in this field. I would have to say, if you looked at the practice timing sheet that we were able to look at, that pace car, man, it is really boogieing throughout that course, Brian. Really wants to get done with this opening lap.
He is. He is ready to go to town. So yes, I'm sorry. We'll get this fixed for the next time. That is for sure. Twitch is probably having a little bit of issues here, but we're still hanging strong. Will no drop frames, no nothing, which is beautiful. I love it.
It looks nice and clean on YouTube.
Love it. See, so we're making some progress here. I just turned off Twitch. Don't know why being silly. So that's that. But as you see here, we come around. Whatever turn, I don't even know what turn that is. I'll have to look on my map there. One of the final turns here. That's Barney the flagman right there. Yep, here they come.
9 or 11 turn circuit here. I'm trying to remember.
Green flag is out as they get going. This is a... Let's see, hold on. I'll let you know right now. Ten?
You can see... Yeah, 10 turn circuit. You can see there the
all
opening
these cars
lap,
off out there.
They were trying to give everybody room on that opening lap into turn 2. Yeah, synchronizing offs there. Looks like one of them was Bridgman, and also maybe Schwartz. Brian Schwartz, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Let's go back and take a look at that.
You really want to back up your corners here for the technical parts of this circuit, and then on a couple of the corners you can actually drive it in a bit deeper. But for the corners that those drivers just went off at, you really got to back it up and just let the track kind of come to you. And we got some more. Looks like half the field went off right there, Brian.
Oh yeah, I think they all did. This is a tricky track.
All but 3. Barry, Sanchez, and Johns were able to not dip it in the grass. Very tricky because this is one of the road courses that basically has grass on either side of you. You don't really have runoff. Instead, you have that grass. There's a couple of gravel traps here at this track, but it's not too many. Anytime you have a road course where you have grass to catch you, that grass is more than likely going to keep you there, spin you out, take you to the tire wall. As we see a battle there that was between Josh Smalls and Joe Stipe, it looked like, I do believe. They were having a good battle there for the last, 8th at the moment, but anyway.
Oh, something happened to Kyle as he goes off track there.
Somebody got spun out. 57 of Gooden got spun out by possibly Brian Swartz there in the 94 as they were coming downhill. That transition from that left-hander down that slope. If you get it wrong, you might actually come across the nose of somebody. Oh, wow. No, Brian didn't spin him out. That was just Gooden's undoing, I guess you could say, of him getting the turn-in wrong. He turned in a bit too early, I would say, Brian.
Yes,
for that
I would agree with you.
left-hander down the hill.
Oh, yeah. I agree
Road
with
courses can bring out the best mistakes in any driver. Unfortunately, you can really see it here. Jaden Sanchez 2 1/4 seconds back from the race leader, Barry, here in the 56. If it was me personally, 17 laps, I would just be attacking the best I can from the initial start. We saw about, what was it, 8? Not 8, my bad. About 6 drivers, 6 or 5 drivers go off there at turn 3 or 4. They just overcooked themselves. Barry, he's just here for a nice Wednesday evening drive. I mean, Tuesday.
Yeah.
I got a day ahead of myself there, Brian.
That is okay. Oh, fastest lap. Barry.
Nice maroon iRacing truck. I'm going to guess, what was that, a 122, 123?
123.7. So that fastest lap, it kind of gives you, like I was saying before, the F1 vibe whenever it pops up on the screen.
Yeah,
That's
nice little F1 graphic there. Or, I think IndyCar does something similar with their graphics like that. But yeah, nice little, let you know who has set the fastest lap. And we got a spinner there. Who is that? Is that Swartz? Yeah, Swartz coming out of the last corner. I assume either maybe ran too wide, get up on that rumble strip perhaps, or we're going to see a replay of it here. Really taking it easy, then all of a sudden, he got back in the throttle too harshly there, and just whipped it right around into that inside wall into pit road.
As we see,
got it back going again though.
Oh yeah, I see her. Kyle Gooden now washes off track there, getting her back going. Well, this is a tough track for these guys. Not used to any road course stuff, but it is fun to watch, fun to call. That is for sure. I love it. I enjoy it.
See, this is the part of the track, basically Sector 1 going into Sector 2. I would say you really want to back up your corners. If not, going through the exit, you will find yourself in that grass or just in no man's land per se, and you don't want to do that. You want to stay within the painted lines of the facility.
Oh yeah.
Don't want to beat yourself up too much here. We're not expecting any pit road takers. These trucks have enough fuel to go the distance here. Tires, I would say they probably would want a new set maybe halfway through this race, but ain't gonna probably see any pit road stops this race. So it's all in what you got, and you got to get it while you can. And Barry has opened up his lead a second more over Jaden Sanchez in that second place.
Oh yeah.
So 3.5 seconds. Matthew Hunsaker in third position in that 37. 11 seconds, almost 12 back now. Richard Johns in the 51, riding comfortably in fourth place. He doesn't really have anybody hampering him at this moment except 3 seconds back from Richard Johns in fifth place is Philip Bridgman, one of the truckers we saw having a off-road drive early on the first lap.
But
we
by
are
the way,
almost
Phillip,
halfway through.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to cut you off. But Philip has gained the most positions tonight. As you see
Yes,
there,
he
his
has.
fastest lap is a 128.5.
I'm sure that'll improve more he gets laps here. Just got to get a rhythm down. We might end up seeing him catch Richard Johns and battle for fourth position here in the closing stages of this race.
Right on board with Richard as he goes around here. Tough track. Who he has been doing a lot of GT4 racing. He's got that down good. Struggling a little bit with the NASCAR stuff when it comes to road courses and stuff like that. We have some guys who are a lot better at road courses than others. Well, it's just sometimes it's right there. And
it's all about just trying to get a rhythm down. Sometimes it's easier for others than it is, and it can just be just a little bit more harder for others, which that's okay. You just sometimes track time. Now GT4 cars, depending on the car, like say the Mercedes or an Aston Martin, but most of your GT4 cars will act like a NASCAR stock car. The only difference would be that most of your GT4 cars have paddle shifters now predominantly, but other than that, they would just about act or react to your road courses just like a NASCAR stock car. You see nowadays some NASCAR drivers, like for instance at the start of the season, back in January, Harrison Burton, Natalie Decker, Ben Rhodes, Zane Smith.
oh, Josh Small! Wow, what a lick!
Got back on the throttle too soon, exiting that final corner, and right into the wall he went, Brian.
Yes, we're
that
gonna go back
was
and take
indeed a very hard impact. Miraculously, that truck model not. I would expect it to be a bit more banged up there, but iRacing truck models, man, built for it tough, just like the truck says.
Trying to figure out what turn that was.
That was the final turn, turn 10. Just getting onto the straightaway, or the main pit straight.
A lot of crashes, a lot of crashes.
But like I was
Yeah.
mentioning, Brian, some...
There it is. Oh, just a lock up there and... Whew. My bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, some of your NASCAR drivers, especially like the drivers that are under the Ford factory contract, I guess you could say, drivers, they will try to get their drivers more up to speed on road courses to try to basically get them comfortable and up to speed better, because we have so many road courses now on the NASCAR schedules, and you will see them race from time to time in the GT4 Ford Mustang. In the coming, I think next year, there will be a Ford Mustang GT3 car, and that will be a factory program plus a, man, what was that? What's it called? Privateer teams will also be able to buy them just like you could like a Mercedes or a Porsche, so a lot more manufacturer support, I guess you could say, getting into sports car racing again. Oh, we got a truck around right before the final set of corners there. Looked possibly like Joe Stipe. Wasn't.
And it looked like Richard there. Oh, man, very hard lit to that 51 there, as Phillip is going to look to get by him after that mistake, as there comes Phil.
Yep, that is where, excuse me, that's exactly where Bridgman got by Richard Johns, is that mistake really let Bridgman catch up to Richard.
And he had to go out and win this race in order to lock himself in. But as you see there, he's still keeping good pace there with Phil.
Yeah, it's going to be a good battle here for fourth position. David Sanchez so far back now from the leader, 8 seconds. He's going to need Barry to make a mistake just like Johns did if he wants to have any say in this race, that's for sure, Brian. But best battle on track at the moment is this battle for fourth place. Oh, third place, make it my apologies, third and fourth.
Oh, Richard, you downshifted a little too much.
Something happened to Matthew Hunsaker for him to be out of this race. He was riding comfortably, I believe it was. Oh, wow. Another big mistake there by Richard. He was trying to battle with Bridgman and just moved like a good wheel hop, and like he said, maybe downshift one too many times.
That could happen here.
Now,
this track is rough, that is for sure.
It's very easy. I've done it before. It's very easy to downshift one too many times. Kind of forget where you are with your transmission and whip yourself right around.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now all Bridgman has to do is just kind of ride there in third position, and he'll have himself a nice podium spot when it's all said and done. Still 7 laps to go. That's still a long way at a track like this. This is just over 2 miles, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe just at 2 miles. I'm really trying to remember here my Canadian Tire track facts.
Canadian Tire is, give me 1 second there, sir, and I can tell you in a minute here.
It's like 1.9 or 2.1 or something like that, isn't it?
Canadian Tire is 2.4 miles.
Oh, 2.4, okay. I was just missing a little bit, okay.
But we are getting new overlays. I got a couple of fellows working on those overlays for us for the new season to come. It'll give you more of a today's broadcast type vibe by Fox. But they know how to work magic and all that other great stuff so that we have it, and to make it a little bit more presentable with all new stuff than our Blaine ones that we have here tonight. So always keep that going too. As you see here, Dave Barry
getting by the wounded truck of Richard Johns. Everybody's a lap down, except for the top three, our second and third man, Sanchez and Bridgman. There they are, actually. Bridgman. Oh, no, my bad. That is Brian Swartz.
and Jaden Sanchez.
Yep. I got my truck colors mixed up here.
All good.
Jaden getting around Swartz there.
As you see, Barry looking to put Stipe another lap down, just like that. As Joe Stipe battling a very tough track here. But obviously Matthew Hunsaker is out, he's not, he is a road course guy, but then he's also not. Just depends on the certain, I guess, road course that we go to. That is for sure. Just like me, I not a very big road course guy, but come to the Roval, the Glen, the street circuit, I'm alright with. I can go ahead and pile that around all day. But I see here Kyle Gooden does lose control again, and Schwartz does too. So, and that 94 tractor, oh, he's got a Tractor Supply truck. Look at that. That is a well done.
A really nice Tractor Supply, red and black there with that nice white striping, pinstriping.
Oh yeah, but Dave Barry's got up to 4th place lap, looking to work on Phillip here. Impressive run by
Dave
Barry.
Really able to set a good pace here. 10 seconds on the second place man of Jaden Sanchez. Just no one really in his same area code, I guess you could say. He's led every lap so far, coming to, 5 to go?
Yes. We are coming to, yeah, I do believe so. 4 to go.
As you can see, 4 to go, my apologies. BNR Playoff Race 3, Round 2.
They're very setting the pace as Jaden now slowly, and Brian's off track there. As Jaden is slowly starting to wheel and deal on Barry.
I would say Barry has about another 15 seconds or so, if that, and he will be at your third place of Phillip Bridgman to put everybody up to third place a lap down if he does get there by the time this race ends. With the pace he's setting, I almost don't see how he couldn't. But Bridgman, he's having a pretty good pace himself, just comfortably sitting there in third place.
Oof. As you see there, Joe loses it around that turn.
I think if Richard wouldn't have had that mistake he had coming down that back straightaway into turn 8, I do believe, it would have been a great battle between him and Bridgman.
I agree. 100%, because those two are very hard, tough competitors there. So Barry's last lap was a 1:25.6 and Jaden's was a 1:25.8. So.
Oh, I think we got multiple offs. I think before the camera cut away to, who is this, Joe? I think we might have saw Phillip sliding in the grass, but That could have just been me seeing something that wasn't. Next week is going to be North Wilkesboro, Brian. So, what do you think of what's to come next week?
a lot of tension, I would say. A lot of tension, that is for sure.
Because
And
if I'm not mistaken, it's also the championship race for these guys next week.
yes, sir, it is. And I'm excited to see how the race goes there in real life, too, as well. Um, and that's that. And I think the race there in real life will be great. A lot of bumping, a lot of moving out the way. But unfortunately, here, you get a quick fix. You're able to go in the pits, fix it back up. Real life, well, they ain't got that. A lot of bond.
Oh no.
Take the car back up and get it back out there under a certain amount of time. That's for sure.
For the Cup Series, it'd be the first time that they had been there since '96. I can't remember if the trucks had went to North Wilkesboro before this or not. I think they might have went in '95, but I don't want to tell a lie.
Phillip now goes a lap down as Bayberry goes by him.
And this is on the penultimate lap, coming to the white flag, the final lap of the race. Just got to go through the final set of corners here. That was down the back straightaway. So Dave Barry lapped everybody but second place man of Jaden Sanchez, and he ain't going to get to Jaden because Jaden's only 15 seconds back of him. So final lap of the race, and Dave Barry very comfortable in his own area code here, own zip code, own P.O. box there to himself. Ain't got to worry about nobody else coming to disturb him while he's getting his mail.
That is for sure. He ain't got nothing to worry about now. He's burning her down. Well, he ain't gonna burn her down quite just yet, but he's fixing to, so.
Yeah, he's had a comfortable lead ever since, basically, might as well just say qualifying or even practice. He won practice, had the fastest time in practice. He won qualifying, fastest time in qualifying, started on pole for this race. And it does look to me as go down the back straightaway for the final time. I call it a straightaway, but it's not so straight. Oh, Josh Smalls had another incident, or maybe blew it up here. Looks like he had the same incident that he had just a handful of laps ago, but Dave Barry coming through the final set of corners looks to be unchallenged here at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park and will get the checkered flag.
Yes, he will, as he takes the W here tonight.
Now he can burn it down, Brian. He has crossed that finish line. Looks like Brian Swartz having a little bit of difficulties going through that double right-hander there on the final lap, but I think he's got to wait for everybody to cross the finish line
That he does.
before he can burn it down.
Oh yeah, that is very, very true. Where's everybody else at? How about if I get out of this one? Aha. So I don't think everybody crossed the line yet. Now they might have, hopefully. Oh, I do this all the time. You gotta do that. There you go. So, after 17 laps there, as you see there, Dave Barry brings her home first, then Jaden, then Phillip, then Mr. Johns, then Brian, then Latifi, Josh, Kyle Gooden, Joe, and then unfortunately Verstappen, old Matthew Hunsaker finished 11 laps down. And that will do it for
Dominating
that.
result here. Yes. Go ahead, Brian. My apologies.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
I was just going to say dominating result here by David Barry. Just able to be very consistent and on top of things here at Canadian Tire. Just had them all basically just contained, and nobody really was able to challenge him. Didn't really get a good start on that initial start, Brian, and by that time, David was already gone.
Oh yeah, well, I'm gonna see you go ahead and talk to Mr. Barry. Uh, we are in this one. Mr. Dave, you got a copy?
Yes.
Well, go ahead, Will. I'll
Well,
let you
Dave.
do the honors.
Well, David, it seemed like you had a dominant night here tonight. You led every lap. You dominated practice, qualifying. You had the pole. Um, just tell us how that truck was handling and your track conditions that you had to deal with. And you didn't really have nobody to put up a fight with you. By the time the green flag dropped, you were already pretty much gone. Just tell us about your race there, David.
Well, it was basically just trying to keep it out of the grass. It was
Mm-hmm.
real slick. Um, the tires gave up a lot, so it was just management, using the lower gears a lot to where you wouldn't burn the tires up. So um, I think everybody did a pretty good job considering the track is very, very slick and the tires just don't hook up here.
Tell us about that for just a minute. Like how, by what lap did you just feel like the tires had just completely gone away from you, David?
Now, usually, like right around lap 5, you could just feel the drop off at lap 5, and then by lap 10, they are just you're just hanging on.
And if you don't mind, explain to the viewers, like just and our listeners, like how drastic of a change that really comes into play, David.
Well, when you're losing a second to 2 seconds per lap after roughly 10 laps, it's just a huge drop off. I mean, every corner you've got to feather the gas. It's like you've got glass under your pedal, and you're just trying to keep from breaking it.
Indeed, got to be very patient with getting back into the throttle. Got to really work that pedal. Um, Anything else you'd like to mention? Maybe give some shout outs or show some love to anybody there, David?
Yeah, I got to thank Brian and BNR Racing. I appreciate them bringing me in, and it's been a fun season. So I can't wait till the next season starts, and I hope that they have a great race for the championship next week.
Are you not going to be able to be there, David?
I will not.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, David, congratulations on the win tonight. Dominating performance. Uh, Hopefully, we'll get to see you more next season, David.
Yes, I plan on being here for as many races as I can. So I appreciate everything. Thanks for the broadcast, and thanks again to Brian and everybody that does the league and admins. So thank you.
We try to do our best there, bud. We appreciate you coming out. Go celebrate, go burn her down, and I'll be up there in a bit.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next we have who finished second? Jaden. Jaden. Mr. Sanchez.
Hi, how are you guys doing today?
Doing good, Jaden. How about yourself?
Well, I kept the truck in one piece and didn't crash or spin, so I'm doing okay.
Yep, second place, honest result there by you today. Just quite didn't have anything there for Mr. Barry at the end. Our unfortunately, the entire time. Jaden, talk about the initial start. You just didn't seem to match Barry's start there, and after that, you couldn't get to him.
Yeah. In practice, just studying Barry, he's really good at road racing, and there's just no way I was gonna be able to, keep pace with him. The first 3 laps, I was like, all right, cool. I, was trying to match him, and I thought I was gaining, and then after like 3 laps, truck just stopped performing. So I just settled in and got into the rhythm to try to, secure the best position I could, which was second today.
You talked about just keeping it on the track, and you did a great job of that. We saw a lot of your competitors just having an adventure today, just going out and seeing that great Canadian scenery. But you kept it there between the paint, and you did a great job. But tell us about how hard of a time it was for you to do that there, Jaden.
Well, practicing with Richard earlier, it wasn't really hard for me at all. I think the hardest part was just trying to not, make a mistake in that I forget what corner, but it was like the hairpin. That was probably the corner that I struggled with the most, just trying to get the power down and try not to, oversend it and stuff like that. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it wasn't no struggle at all. I just kind of kept pace and just kept the same line and really just, went with the flow.
Well, going into next week's North Wilkesboro, if you're going to be here for that, Jaden, what's your thoughts and ideas and prepping going into North Wilkesboro?
Stay out of the championship 4 guys away. That's pretty much it.
Oh, okay. You're not going to try to maybe fight for a win or nothing. You're just going to take a nice Tuesday night drive and just try to get the best result possible, huh?
I think the only way I win that race is if I qualify in front and stay in front.
Oh, good mindset there. That North Wilkesboro is a very challenging place, and track position is kind of key there. So, yeah, good mindset with that. Well, Jaden, any shout outs or anything you'd like to give there, Jaden?
Give shout out to you, Brian, for putting this all together. You for being here. And probably Richard, just and David. They're good guys. Me and Richard been practicing all day together, and then David just outstanding performance. No one could match him, so he deserved the win. So
Well, congratulations on that second place there, bud.
thank you, sir.
Last but not least, the Mr. Canadian man himself. I gotta get him here. Speaking of him, there he is. Phil!
Hey, how's it going?
Going pretty good, Phil. You had a rough start to the race. You and a couple of other fellow competitors it was almost like monkey see, monkey do. You just kind of followed each other off the track. Once you got back on, though, you started to hunt down Richard Johns in that 51 truck. He had a very costly mistake, which let you get up there to him. And then after that, it was just up to you to keep it on the track. Tell us about your race there, Phil.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I was just, for the main part, trying to keep it on the track. There was the one slip up I had. I kind of pushed it off a bit and hit the wall, but it wasn't too bad. Yeah, I did the best I could, just staying on the track, and I thought for sure Richard was going to catch up to me. He was pretty fast. I'm not too sure what happened to him back there, but I was really hoping he could have caught up, to be honest.
Tell us just how difficult it was for you to keep it on the island here tonight, Philip.
I don't know. It was all right for the most part. It got a little slippery. I'm not sure which corner it was, to be honest, but I know it was pretty rough. Um, especially if you weren't in the proper gear. Um, yeah, I'm not too good with this.
Well, that's all right. Well, one of them corners out there was nasty and to you. But well, anyway, Phil, we go ahead and get it over with. Next week, North Wilkesboro. What's the game plan going into that for you, Phil? If you are going to attempt it.
Well, this is something I could do because it's an oval. I'm not much for the road courses, and but when it comes down to an oval, I'm all for it. And like this one's very historic, very amazing in so many different ways. I looking very forward to this one.
Well, any shout outs or anything else you'd like to add about tonight's race or going forward?
Tonight's race was pretty solid. Like, yeah, it was definitely a short one, but it was still pretty fun. And of course, aerokinetics. Hell yeah.
A wild Phil.
All right, then, Phil. Great podium finish there in third. Miraculous. Somebody had to finish there, I suppose. So great. We didn't know who it was going to be for the longest time. But yep, great finish there for you, Phil. And hopefully have a good finish at North Wilkesboro to round out the season. And then looking forward to next season. What are you looking forward to next season?
Hopefully to keep the flow going. I'm pretty sure, like, if I can manage to, like, do continue to do good this season and actually pull through with like the championship, I feel like that would be a back-to-back championship. I'd be running for 3 next season.
Well, hopefully there you go. You know, going into North Wilkesboro, got some momentum on your side, hopefully, and so. Well done tonight with that third place, like I said, and no more shout-outs, Phil. You good?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, all right. Well, Brian, I guess we're kind of finished here, I suppose, for the night. And
Yes, I do believe we're good for the night. Hell yeah, Phil, good job. I'll have to go and figure out who's where and who's in and who's out and all that other great stuff. But if I can recall, I do believe you're pretty much safe going into North Wilkesboro, as I can recall. I'm not too sure. I gotta go and do all the work. But once I do all that, I'll post it up there and we'll keep you in the loop. Good job on the P3. I would have loved to have seen a lot more battle between you and Richard, because I think that it probably would have been a kick-ass battle if you ask me, that is for sure. But like I said, nobody was touching Dave, so that's that. And yes, if you can get the back-to-back championship, that'll be a kick-ass job too as well, and go for round 3. But I can give a little inside scoop. I do next season in the trucks is probably going to be their full-length race schedule, because they do run a lot more shorter schedule than the other two do. So that is that. Good job, Phil. I'll keep you in the loop. I'll post everything up there, and we'll chit chat in a bit.
Appreciate it. Definitely appreciate both of you for putting it on, and it was a lot of fun.
Yes, sir. Well, that'll do it here tonight from myself, Mr. B. And once again, awesome job that Will back here. 7 months off. Did a number to us, a little rusty. Got to shake the cobwebs out. That's for sure. But go ahead. We'll let you close it out, since that's what you love to do every time. So it's been a while. So we figured we can let you do your honorary closeouts. Oh, boy.
well, like Brian said for himself, myself, Will, we'd just like to thank each and every person to come out and watch, give a listen, and we'll try to be back again next week, North Wilkesboro, same time, same channel, and I think we might be going to do the remaining Xfinity. We don't know yet, but that's still in the works, I do believe. But yes, thanks for the good evening, and everybody have a good and